The wife returned with another man to honor her long-dead husband, but what she saw next filled her with shame. She never imagined that even after 10 years, Hachi was still waiting at the station for his master to come home. The old dog sat there dirty and dazed. His youthful energy was long gone. Even the wife had started a new life, but Hachi stayed right there, waiting. A whole decade passed. People who once loved each other had moved on, but this dog stayed loyal till the end. The coffee vendor nearby quietly wiped his tears. Maybe only he knew what Hachi had gone through all these years. Hachi recognized the woman, but he kept glancing toward the exit, afraid of missing anyone stepping off the train. Years ago, it was right here at this crowded station, where Hachi first met his owner. Like fate itself, he stood in the way of a music professor walking home late. The professor noticed right away. A clean little pup like that couldn't be a stray. He waited until the last train left, but no one came to claim the dog. Left with no choice, he brought the pup home in secret. His wife didn't want a dog, so he kept Hachi in the downstairs study. She noticed nothing. She kissed him goodnight as usual, telling him she had a surprise for him. The professor sighed, saying he might have a surprise too. On his way upstairs, he prayed Hachi would stay quiet, but the puppy was too playful. He pushed through a crack in the door, climbed the stairs, and barged into the couple's private moment. Actually, the wife didn't hate dogs. They had one before, but losing that dog was so painful. She swore never to go through that again. The professor understood her pain. He promised to send Hachi away the next day. Just let him stay in the storage room for one night. She reluctantly agreed. The next day, their daughter saw Hachi and instantly adored him. The professor thought maybe there was hope, but then the wife pulled out a stack of adoption flyers, so he kept his promise and took Hachi to the shelter. But all the cages were full. The staff said they could only keep him for 2 weeks. After that, if no one adopted him, he'd be put down. The professor couldn't let that happen, so he brought Hachi back home and threw a fake tantrum on the floor. His wife stared at him in disbelief. Just as he was about to plead with her again, they heard a noise from the other room. Turns out, Hachi destroyed one of her handmade crafts, something she spent months working on. That night, after arguing with his wife, the professor didn't dare return to their room, so he sat with Hachi, watching baseball. They shared a tub of popcorn. When the wife came downstairs, she found him fast asleep on the couch. She reached for the remote, but Hachi licked her fingers gently. She rolled her eyes, but deep down, something shifted. The professor woke up, apologizing again and again. Watching how careful he was, she realized maybe she'd been too harsh. The next day, he played fetch with Hachi in the yard. Inside the house, the wife received a call. Someone had seen the flyer and wanted to adopt Hachi. She smiled, ready to write down the address, but when she looked out the window, she saw her husband and Hachi playing together, laughing like children. It had been a long time since the house felt that warm. She wasn't made of stone, and slowly, that frozen part of her heart began to melt.